Existence Brewing.
Here's another Existence Brewing single shot.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Coffee Grinders R Us. Dun, 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 dun.
Tell me we're not sponsoring these visits now.
Ah, there he is. Yeah, I've got some new sponsors. Like you can see on my jacket, I'm walking around with various
we're
logos.
wearing them on our jacket too.
Yeah, it's kind of like a NASCAR coat or a NASCAR jacket.
Yeah. NASCAR is the most shameless for the brandishing of sponsor opportunities, who makes everything possible. But
Yes.
hockey, of course, hockey and baseball. Baseball, the outfield walls used to be littered with signs, and then they stopped doing that at some point, I want to say in the 60s. So they took all the flavor. You don't jump up against the Marlboro Man and make the amazing catch in center field anymore. Now the walls are just all a plain. And I think it had something to do with the contrasting of the ball. There was probably complaints from purists that said, you can't see the ball up against the wall. It's not fair. So I don't know what happened to that, but they started putting corporate logos on the helmets of NHL players recently. So we have that, and we know where that's going, which is like tattoos on someone that can't stop and is impulsive and apparently has too much money on their hands. The jerseys will be coated before you know it. European leagues already have quite a few sponsor badges on their sweaters. They're called sweaters, technically. It's coming. Everything's a sellout. Nobody's field is just simply, Bob Davidson Jr. Memorial Field anymore. It has to be, gunfight at the OK Corral, extra cream Oreo fields, or they'll make it the stadium, and then it'll be like, David D. Patterson Memorial Field inside of, and the name gets ridiculously long, and it's
right.
just,
There are a lot of hyphens.
yeah, they just can't. Well, like even our local field, but it's not a sponsor thing, but it's a guy's name, blank field at the something bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So the field has the name and the actual stadium has a name. So the field has separate naming rights from the stadium. And I think most professional sports venues are like that, because the bean counters sit upstairs and figure out how to dissect the actual inner workings of the arena.
Right.
And then say, well, we could, it's kind of like radio. In the early days of radio, you just had commercials that played. They sponsored the station in general, and then they sponsored specific programming, and then they sponsored certain segments of specific programming, and then they sponsored certain day parts of certain segments of specific programming. And now it's like live from the Cal Tire Jello Pudding Pops, Yoplait Yogurt, All Bell Fasteners studio, and it's not one either. See, it's four.
Yeah.
And so, and then
subsidiary companies.
Yeah, and then the guy that sits in there has to say it like a schmuck every time. Hello and welcome to the Cal Tire Yoplait Yogurt. He's like, yeah, and then he has to go see. You got him out of order. You have to say Cal Tire first, and then Jello Pudding Pop, and then Yoplait Yogurt, and then the Fastener Company the last.
There's no such thing as a free lunch, That's what it comes down to, Jack. Somebody's got to be paying the way.
I think these places are doing just fine. They don't need to sponsor our studios because we work in that environment. We don't have to say the names of our studios. That's not required of us. But rest assured, all of our better grossing stations, the naming rights have been sold. And they're in the sweepers that we play throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like on the Classic Rocker, for example, which has this guy, he does the liners, and he sounds like the perfect guy, the guy they would have chosen in the 80s to advertise to children to call on the phone to order the new product from Whammo. I mean, the first time I heard his voice, because we had this great voiceover guy, just classic, super rich pipes, and he was perfect classic rock guy. And they fired him, of course, when the company was sold, because the new regimes never keep anybody. So they got this new guy, and he sounds like this. And it's like, tell your parents now to ask for permission.
Go get your mom's credit card.
Tell her you want to try GAC cereal now.
For 4 easy payments.
$7.95. He sounds like that. And so I hear him occasionally when I'm in there or close to the studio doing voice tracks myself, and he'll do sweepers. And I don't even remember what it is, but it's some like construction company or something. It's like, from the Done Right Construction Studio. It's just like, oh God,
You thought you got rid of me, didn't you, Jack? Well, just when you thought that it was too late, I came back again.
Done Right sounds like the name of a perfect name for an escort service, if you ask me. When I'm in Dallas, I get it done right. I call Done Right, and I get done right. I mean, the possibilities are endless with that name. If I was going to run an escort service in a major U.S. city or anywhere around the world, it would be Done Right. The translation in any language would be Done Right.
We hope this single shot inspired you to want more Existence Brewing. To check out full episodes of the podcast and for more, head to existencebrewing.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts online.
Existence Brewing.